Welcome to South Omaha Speed. We appreciate you joining. On today's video, we're going to talk about the 63 Ford, also known as the Grinch. We named it. Let's take a look around and come along with me. So what we got here, 63 Ford F100 4x4 factory. It's got we talked about this in an earlier video, it's a wrong box, right? So Ford had leftover boxes from 58 to, I think it was 60. They ran that box, that body style, that older body style. And so when they came out with the new cab, also known as the slick sides, they call this doors and front end style. They also had a matching box that matched this body line, but some trucks didn't get them, some did. And this is the one that got one of the wrong boxes. So that's factory. And we, like we said, we talked to the guy who actually owned the truck. He was the second owner and he was 90. And he verified that is the box that came on the truck. It was originally a turquoise truck. They painted hunter green. It is a 292 two-barrel truck. A lot of these trucks were 6 cylinders. And it's got the big 4-speed, the T98. My buddy from Midwestern Garage, Paul, he's the one that helped me identify some of this stuff. He's a big into these trucks, so he helped me out with that. But it sounds like they had a couple different options for transmissions. You could get 3-speed on the tree, 3-speed on the tree overdrive, heavy duty Borg Warner 3-speed, the big 4-speed. This is the big heavy duty one, and an automatic for 63. So we got the big tranny, we got the V8. A lot of these trucks came with 6 cylinders, but this one has got the V8, which we wanted. We're V8 people. That's right, we like the V8s. Yeah, so it sounds like they made 2,900 of these trucks with the wrong box. They made 4x4 long boxes. And they made, I think, 1,000 with the correct box on them, long box 4-wheel drives. It's my understanding they didn't make a short box 4x4 until 65, so you couldn't get a short box in this year in a 4x4. But so if you figure out of the 2,900 trucks that were made, 4x4s with the wrong box on them, like this one here, how many of them came with the V8s? I mean, probably 1,000? Maybe, because a lot of these trucks are known for having 6 cylinders in them. So if you think about that and how many survived over the last 60 years, of those 1,000 that were built just like this, I mean, maybe 500 left that exist in this configuration. So I look at it as a kind of a rare truck, but it's an honor to own it, and it's got a great story behind it. We covered that in some of the earlier videos too. But yeah, it's a custom cab. So back in the, as time went on and they came out with like XLT and the Lariat packages, the custom cabs were the cheap ones. But at 65, the custom cab was actually the highly optional one. So if you look inside here, but pretty clean. I mean, it does need a little work down there in that floor pan right there at the footwell, but not much. A lot of times those floors are just completely gone. That body mount on this side does need a little work, but it hasn't been compromised yet. It hasn't fallen. But yeah, so it's got a radio in it, which is, I guess, an option. The visor's maybe an option. That steering wheel's fancy, which is actually the Midwestern Garage YouTube channels. My buddy Paul's, that's his logo, because he's into these trucks. But anyway, this 4-spoke wheel with this big horn ring, that is like a luxury wheel for the truck. So pretty excited about that. I mean, I would have bought it either way. It just happened to be that way, right? At this point in time, when you're buying something 6 years old, you just get what you can get, especially off Marketplace. So the goal is to outfit the truck. We're going to outfit it, and we did some shorts too that are out there too, if you haven't seen those, about cutting up that square body Chevy with the winch, and there's some videos on that. And we got Eric Hansen in the house. Honored for his presence. But so the plan is we're gonna outfit the truck. I got a headache rack that I bought that was homemade off Marketplace, and it's a little wide because the cab's so narrow. We're gonna cut it down a little bit. I got one of those rotating beacon lights that's amber. Eric, how you doing, sir? Thanks for coming. Oh, you're doing great, buddy. You're doing great, bud. Thanks for coming over. Yeah, just talking about the Grinch and outfitting, the urban outfitting we're gonna do. And so got the headache rack. Oh, thank you, Dad. Thank you. And this is gonna be part of the story too. And this as well. Got these off Marketplace. They're some kind of military civil defense hats. So the plan is I got an order in with a couple buddies that got some old busted chainsaws. I'm gonna make a chainsaw mount right here with a big old nasty chainsaw. Mount it, this is gonna ride with the Grinch everywhere it goes. We're gonna mount this on the headache rack. We're gonna put a beacon on the top. We got some jerry cans we're gonna mount here. Like this, I wanna make some mounts so they stick up so you can see them like that. The spare tire actually was up in this well right here, and there's a factory mount right here, but the nut came off. But that tire sits right here, so like all good farmers, rancher trucks have, with the tire sticking up in the back. And then I bought a high lift jack as well, and we're gonna make a mount for that. This is a real high lift too, so it'll sit like that. It'll mount like that. And I'll bolt in and lock in. But the real treasure is the winch. And let's go take a look at that next. So we made it over here to the back of the truck with the plethora of stuff we got from the square body torch fest that we had in that truck that was in a flood. So all the stuff was in a flood. And this here is, what is the name of this winch? It is a Braden winch, PTO winch, big nasty winch. Excited about turning that upright off the old square body Chevy. That was the upright for the boom, the chains that held the boom up, that was right behind the cab. It had the trolley lights on it. This big monstrosity. And that's a 5x5 box in the front. We're gonna cut that out on the backside so we can push that winch way up towards the front, which is that way. And that's gonna be the winch box. So this piece is gonna come off. It's just welded on here and here. And then if you come around here, John, you'll see these teeth that are on the front, these big old monstrosities. They're cast pieces, they're just nasty. And they got these swivel pieces on there where the chains go in for the old boom. We're gonna let them hang on there too. So that'll be the winch box. And then we got the push bumper too, that we might cut off that grill guard on the top. That's a lot of weight. This is only F100, so we're gonna try to cut this down as light as we can for the winch to mount to it and make our bracket so it's kind of somewhat lightweight. I'm not really planning on using the winch to really pull anything, but this is the South Omaha Speed search and rescue rig. So we could come up across something we need to winch, we'll be ready to go. And so when you think about the winch being mounted on that box, we're also going to mount this axe maul right above it. So the Ford script on the hood will be like right here on the grill, and this will mount right up in there too. So put some lights in there and should be pretty cool, nasty. So, and leave all the patina, of course, to match the truck. Anyway, that is the plan for the winch. That is the plan for the South Omaha Speed Grinch search and rescue rig. We appreciate you joining today. It's always a pleasure to tell the stories and show what we got going on. Tell your neighbors and friends, and we appreciate you joining. Please like and subscribe.